I used to do Fred Durst
Oh,
from
really?
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. We had a few Limp Bizkit sketches.
Yeah.
So I, met him at something, and he goes, he goes, oh yeah, it's funny. He goes, you said holy macaroni, and I go, yeah. He goes, I don't say that. I was like, you did once. He was like, holy macaroni, like that, and he's like, I would never say that. I'm like, I was watching TV one day, and it was like the MTV. It's the record release party for what was it? Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water was their new album. And
oh yeah.
And it was like, so it's the premiere, it's like, hey, I'm Carson Daly and blah, blah, blah. Let's throw it down to, and they were at the Playboy Mansion. And it was this, whatever, like this fucking dreadful hour-long thing. And I watched it. And it's like, now the man himself, Fred Durst, and he's like, what up? Like, I'm in the game room, and they're trying to fill this hour of television.
Right.
And one goes, oh, yo, the Playboy Bunnies are playing pool. Holy macaroni. Back to you, Carson.
It's breaking bread.
Thanks for being here.
Cheers.
I'm a big fan, and we don't cross paths all that often.
No. Nope.
Right?
Nope.
But I've been watching you be funny for a very long time.
Oh, I don't know.
Likewise.
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching you be funny, very funny.
You're such a force. I mean, really, when you hit Mad TV, it was an explosion. I mean, you had a great cast with you.
Cheers.
It was like like you guys all just kind of, you were the only ones. I mean, guess Living Color, but it was like that. Everybody's always like, who's going to do anything close to SNL?
Sure.
And your class of Mad TV was that.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. No, we had a great time. And it was an incredible group of people, and the cast and the writers.
Yeah.
And it was really one of those inmates running the asylum type things.
Was it really?
In the best way.
Just young and
yeah.
How old were you when that was going?
I started when I was 22.
Wow.
Which was like, I think back and I go like, whoa, were you guys thinking? Like,
did you grow up out here?
No, I grew up in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, thank God you're back.
No espresso for you.
Were you worried? What happened?
The machine is not working. That might be our last espresso.
Oh no! You got the last espresso. You son of a what?
Oh, it's good. It tastes better now. Do you want me to dump some in here? I will.
Isn't that our second one?
It looks like it. Yeah, there's another dead one over it.
My one at home has lasted 20 years. Damn it. Well, enjoy it.
What's in this?
Whatever. No,
This is
you'll
a fucking ruse.
You'll be all right. Hit the lights.
That's what this fucking show is all
Wouldn't that be
about.
funny if it was just a long con?
Just
This
a long.
was set up by like your enemy. I
fucking
start a
A.
podcast for 3 years.
And the bread is just like,
Yeah.
what's the best way to
What's the way to get
get
how are
arsenic
we going to
into-
get Sasso?
Yeah, how are we going to get that? Then you can change the name of the show afterwards, and everyone comes on and talks about, oh, that was funny when you killed that guy. Yeah, anyway, coming up with stuff, eh?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to do.
Yeah. But writing, you're not writing forward.
No,
You're actor forward.
Yeah. But then I'll write something, and I've written stuff and been fortunate enough to. Well, actually, coming out of Mad TV for like a decade, I was developing television, and again with you would have a writer attached, and you would develop, and I got sort of very much into that to the degree that then I wrote one with my good pal Chad Kulchin that we did at Sony and CBS, and we shot a pilot.
Right.
And I was not in it; I was just the writer.
Oh, really?
Which is fun, and I've written, like I'm like everybody else, where it's like, here's my fucking screenplay that it's like, I'm probably too old to play this character now, but it's still good. And you open it later, you're like, what the fuck? And confused between all the passes and. What computer is that on? That was a good pass.
Yeah.
But coming up with just weird shit is just sort of, if I feel the music, I'm not really doing much like social media. I also feel like, I don't know, do you feel like, I don't know, like, well, you are a comedian.
Right.
You're a comedian.
Yes.
And no, and it's like, you all of your ideas have a home,
Right.
and there's no
Completely.
yeah. And I feel like stand-up comedians, that's the wonderful thing about, that bug of comedy.
Yeah.
With stand-up comedians specifically, it just to me it seems like, and please let me know.
Yeah.
It feels like, oh, that's such a wonderful exhaust to have
Oh, yeah.
all of the ideas have a place. You're on the stage and you're you. This
Yeah.
is Tom Papa, ladies and gentlemen.
And you're thinking, and you're not, there's no, the greatest part about it, I mean, it's fun to perform, and the ideas, aside from the creative thing of it, is that you, unlike a TV show idea, a screenplay idea, a sketch, whatever, this is going to be made. The only reason,
right.
This joke about my coffee machine breaking is not going to get on is if I don't want to talk about it. Like, I literally can. There's no maybe. There's no boss. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
I can completely bring it forward. That thing is, because when I would watch my friends who left comedy and just went full acting, it's great when you got the gig, but when you don't have the gig, holy cow, it's just you don't have a gig.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's interesting with stand-ups particularly. I would imagine once you've had that freedom, that immediate response from the audience, and you are doing the thing that all artists do, which is just creating, and that's the drive, and that's what's inside of you, to have to take it. I've always been an actor, and an actor first, so it's like, when you're not working, you're trying to get work. And maybe I'm working on writing something or doing some other sort of weird comedy thing, or, doing a podcast or some sort of sketch shit or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, as a comedian, I would imagine you would miss the shit out of it.
Yeah. No.
Like I do have friends that do both.
Right.
And have leaned into, no, I'm just going to do the acting. And they've taken long breaks from stand-up.
Yeah. It's
Then
hard
you
to
go
come back.
And then they have to,
It's
readjust.
so hard to come back.
And I'm not trying to talk shit, but it's like sometimes I do feel like they're like, I got to find myself again to get up on stage. I mean, it's all there, but you've got your own thing of like, I haven't been doing this stuff for a decade. That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. It's weird, the stories that you're telling, and then you are a different person.
Right.
You're literally a different person.
Right. Yeah.
And when you stop doing stand-up, like anytime, the longest break was COVID. And you literally start to wonder who you are anymore. Because you're literally like, because you're just so used to, it's a therapy session.
Sure.
Even if you're not mining and like really getting deep and dark, it's still standing up and talking about your aggravations or whatever's happening in your life is therapy. You're letting it all out. Every night I get to go up and just blah, and then go back home. And people are like, you've never gone to therapy? I'm like, why? Why would I go? I don't have, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not wrestling such a huge demon, and I'm able to get all the small shit out on a nightly basis.
Yeah.
So when you don't do it, you literally get like, who am I?
Yeah.
It starts to shift a little bit.
That must feel weird.
So that when guys go off and act on a series or something, and they're gone for 3 years, 4 years, and then they're like, I'll go back to stand up.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing I admire about, one of the things I admire about stand-up is just just the dedication. I'm in no way even qualified to say the words, the road, but it's like, fucking A, like, to continue to have the sort of success that you've had and do it for decades. It's mind-blowing to me, because you are an independent contractor at the end of the day.
Right.
And you're plying your wares.
Right. Like Willie Loman out on the road. Sometimes it can feel that way.
Sure.
Like, right. You're checking into another hotel and it's late and whatever. And
Well, I had a buddy who like did a bunch of stand-up when they were like a kid, and then they had an incredible comedy career, and then went back to, started doing stand-up again. And he was like, he goes, the first time you show up with a bunch of material and you're in this town or that town, and you're used to relating to them in a different way as a performer, and you do your stuff, and they're laughing. They also know, they also like you already because
Right.
in this guy's case, he was, had
They knew him.
things, and he's like, that's cool. And the reason I'm not even saying his name, although I revere him and I think he's a trailblazer in a lot of ways, is because of this. He goes, second or third time you fucking show up in that town, if this ain't for you, that's when you feel it. And I don't know, my opinion is I don't know that it was necessarily his first calling or his first love.
Right. Yeah.
And I also tell like comedian friends of mine I always tell them like, your art form is under siege because there are so many people who are either kind of funny in one situation with a certain group of people, or they're fucking sociopaths. And they're like, I love the sound of my own voice. I'll get on stage and, any fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that. And I believe that, even though it is, and I believe that it's like been under siege for years with whatever. And here I am, I'm not a stand-up, never have been. So I who am I to judge? But, some hacks or whatever coming in. And it's like, but the cream always rises. That's the other thing that's so great
So
about stand-up.
when you say under siege, you mean from...
Like people going, there's a barrier of entry to be an actor. Someone
Right.
else has to let you do it.
I see what you're
You
saying.
can go off, and nowadays with YouTube, and people are creating incredible content, and it's getting them gigs in the mainstream, even though there's kind of no difference now between the two.
Yeah.
If you want to be in a rock band, you have to kind of know how to play.
Yeah.
Stand-up, you just need this.
Right. And you could just show up and be like, yeah, exactly.
And it's like, again, me as a fan of all different types of comedy.
Yeah.
But also someone who's like, well, I know what I laugh at and I know what I don't laugh at. Going to a comedy club or it's like getting dragged to like, your buddy's thing, or it's like kind of an open mic thing. You're like, they were great. Holy shit. That was, who let them do that? And it's like, no, we needed 7 people. Well, that's not enough to just, I'm a person.
Yeah.
I'd like to go up there and do it. Here you go.
The thing that's interesting is, and it's happening a lot with, people who hit on social media or get an audience from that stuff, and they come into the stand-up orbit because, you can get paid and you can go tour and you can do all that stuff. It's very rare that they come around a second time.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Because it's exciting. We have this moment and everybody comes out and sees, but the show's not really great because it's not really what they do.
Yeah.
It's more like a meet and greet for the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a craft that takes a really long thing.
It's a craft. I mean, it's such a craft.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you hear comedians talk about it, and it's like, and I'll kind of watch some people and go like, well, you're fucking hilarious. Like,
Right.
but when they talk about the discipline of like, oh yeah, getting that one going, or all the rooms I went, this joke it's been a year and a half, and I kind of been figuring. I'm like, and I'm kind of like, as an actor, it's like, well, or even when you're creating something, writing something, it's like, well,
But that's
a couple of weeks, and here it is, and fucking do it and forget about it.
Yeah.
But no, it is absolutely necessary. It's part of the discipline. It's part of the art form.
Yeah. That's what's the coolest thing I think about being in show business at all is whatever little lane you're in, like it's just what you do, right? You act and you do the thing, and you look at stand up and it's like this whole I'm figuring this whole thing. And when I look at somebody like yourself who's an actor and on sitcoms, and that's like your main thrust and is just get characters and go do that thing. That to me is like a mystery. That's why show business always works, because you're like everybody is in reverence of everybody else, right?
Sure.
You look at a musician and it's like, what do they do? And they're like, no, what you do, that's cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, no,
Isn't that
what
funny?
I do is just is shitty. What you do is cool.
You play basketball.
Right? Yeah.
Well, how the fuck do you even? How many years have been? Your knees don't hurt.
Did you ever try stand up when you were younger?
I've done weird like characters that do stand up.
Right.
I had this character that I was doing a few years ago that I stopped doing during the pandemic. or, at the pandemic, I was like, well, I'm never going to do this again. 2019 was the last time I did it. And then after the pandemic, I was like, none of this is really going to work anymore. Because he was kind of this oblivious guy. But yeah, I used to do this guy. It started on a podcast. And then I was like, all right, I'll go out and do it. And his name was David Greco. And it was kind of like, hey, hi, how you doing? My name is David Greco. And I'm just like, I don't know. I thought this was fun. It was funny on the podcast because I was like, the bit was like, I'm a professional podcast sidekick, whatever the fucking bit, it's like, yeah, I'm a open mic veteran, fucking 30 years. And, oh, okay. And he would come in with just really bad joke, because it was sort of just a thing about podcasts. I was like, oh, this is a funny, they're talking like it's moving, it's going, blah, blah, blah. What's going on with Britney Spears? Shaved the head of that was it was 15 years ago. What's the matter with you? Oh, I'm sorry. I say something, you say something, then that's a podcast. Fuck, you're breaking it down. What do you even? Well, I used to do radio in 19 boom, 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 boom.
It's funny.
So I started doing stand-up as him, and like rustling papers and getting halfway through. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
They introduce
Ladies and gentlemen,
Greco?
David Greco.
David Greco.
And I, really.
It's funny.
And and all I can say for myself is I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And now I will say I had a goofy wig and glasses, and it's that guy. It's the sketch performer or actor going,
yeah,
I'm not really going to do stand-up.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know my point of view. I don't want to do this work. I'm busy with my career, but I would like to do what you... May I please have some of that? No, we'd prefer you didn't. Well, I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm also not going to put my name on it. And it's going to be really cool.
Would it go over?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, there is something to the big character like Dame Edna and those kind of things where they were completely coming at it in complete character mode. And it's great.
I'll tell you, it was fun because you could kind of talk about anything, and then a lot of the material was you could hang it on being, well, I'm not this person, and then and then the bit allowed you to go like, oh, that was, I don't know about that one, that was racist, and you could do a bunch of weird shit.
Yeah,
and I have a great respect for stand up. I truly do, and I sort of got to a point where I was like, doing Mad TV, and I was so idealistic about, no, that's stand up. Like, I didn't come up doing that. That's disrespectful. I'm an actor. I've been fortunate enough to be working since I was like 15. Yeah. And it's like, no, I'm an actor. And now I'm 25. I can't do that now. Yeah. And I sort of look back and go, you should have. Could have done, and it wouldn't have been too much of, you wouldn't have been gaming the system that much, even though I was doing the sketch show. People would,
But you had respect. It was respectful.
I really, if I ask myself, I really still believe that. Yeah. That it's like, no, the people that do it are grinding away as they're like, but it's kids or they're in their 20s and they're like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah, but it's changing so much, and so many people are coming in and out and doing it different ways and evolving. And it's like, the way I do it is it's almost becoming, just one sliver of the classic way of doing it. You know what I mean? And there's all these people that kind of come and go. What is it about when you get into a character like that, where you can come up with things that you wouldn't just as yourself? You know what I mean? Like, what is it about the voice or the just stepping into the mindset of that all of a sudden the floodgates open and this version of you is able to just spit stuff out? Do you ever think about that?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. I do I did doing that and sort of like rambling on and on as a character, or as an impression. But I also kind of feel like, of course it's all coming from the same place, like your own, your brain, your experiences, whatever kind of bit you're getting into. But with regard to just sort of having the character take over, there is a is a path there that's like, this is the specific stuff
Yeah.
that this guy would say, or how they would say it, or the kinds of things that they would talk
Yes.
about and nothing else.
Yeah.
And then it becomes fun because you're talking about like, like I'll say like nowadays, like, I'll do like an impression or something. And I go, well, it's a fucking useless skill for a dude like me who's not doing it anywhere. My vocal cords are shaped like that guy, and it's like
I can do him.
Yeah, I just annoy my wife with it, And okay, all right, that's good. But
it's wild because it taps into you. I mean, like you said,
Yeah.
it is you. But
Yeah.
when you get into a voice or a character's like, it is a pathway. That's a good way to describe it.
there's a
That
thing.
doesn't really exist as Will walking around.
right, I don't want to talk about the stuff that, like I was doing, like I like doing that Jesse Ventura. I do a Jesse Ventura thing again for my wife, and it's like, why I raise dogs in the Baja. Like that's something he would. I got a lot of people have, well water. I have well gasoline. Bring it, it's Mad Max out there, the guy with the shit. You guys will all be, whether it's another global pandemic or just the air is too toxic. I put that on. I can switch it from huff the gasoline or the purest oxygen because I have 3 miles of jungle behind me, and I've set up an apparatus out there that I can, basically what I've done with a chemist. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
it's
now
fun
he's going to go off, right?
because he's that guy
Yeah.
who's going to talk about,
Yeah.
I'm 15 miles from pavement. I would love for, if I could still move my hips, I'd show you the callus on my feet right now because it's something to behold. The people from New Balance are studying my feet right now. They're studying my feet.
All right. Now, are you doing anything with that?
Nope.
You're not putting them on social?
You want
not,
it?
No, I can't do them. I could do some
do it
guys
for you.
a little bit.
Who you got?
Who you got? Hey, we're here with Tom Papa. Does a bunch of fantastic impressions and not a normal part of his sliver of the classic. But we'd like you to do is,
Yeah.
you do a Bob
We
Hope.
were trying to do Michael Caine on the radio show this
Oh,
morning.
okay.
Who are the guys from England that were doing Michael Caine, and then everyone started? I do people's impressions of impressions.
I do too.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Michael Caine. He talks like this.
We're-
And- right? Those two
Rob,
guys.
Rob Brendan and Steve Coogan.
Oh my God.
From the trip,
They taught
yeah.
us all how to do Michael Caine.
100%.
Now, I do it like this.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, and I'm doing it. It's all in here. I'm doing. She's just 10 years old.
Right.
She was just 10 years.
Yeah.
And then right
Because
like,
of after the years of all the brandy and the cigar, and now Michael Caine is
yeah. And, now
then
he talks like this
Like
from
this.
in here.
And
The
she
way
was-
you're doing it is when he was younger.
yeah, no, it's like you were only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. When Steve Coogan's like, fuck. And that's whatever. I could do that scene
Those
over
guys,
and over
right?
again.
But that's like when somebody cracks it open, then everybody does. Like,
Well-
I mean, Walk-In was like the big one.
Sure.
Right? When Jay Moore.
Jay Moore.
When Jay Moore
best.
did Walk-In, then all of a sudden, all of America could do a version of his
You
Walk-In.
crack it.
Yeah.
When someone cracks it, look, like Frank Caliendo came on to Mad TV, and he's
Right.
the best.
He's so good.
There are people who are like, oh, that's spooky. They can do.
Yeah.
But no one's better than Frank.
Right.
He's the greatest. And he would do a thing, and then he would crack it.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh.
That's how.
And then I remember, and Taron Killam, who he was on the show, and the same year, it was my last season, and Frank and Taron were on the show. And Taron does incredible impressions. And I remember Frank, one of his things, he does an incredible Robin Williams. And he's like, I can't do Robin Williams.
Yeah.
But Frank, one of the things he says is Robin Williams is, oh my God, it's a wonderful thing. Oh my God, what a wonderful place. Like, again, I can't do it.
But
So
you can
then-
do him doing it.
So then Taron and I just start ruining it for him, going, "Oh my God, what a wonderful thing! Oh my God, you got a wonderful sandwich! Oh my God!" And it's like, and he's like, "You're first of all, you're not doing it right, and second of all, like stop." And then we're just following him around. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Or he the first time I met Frank, he goes, "Yeah, hey, we're talking," and I knew him. I was stoked that he had joined the cast, and he goes, "Louis Anderson." And I go, yeah, was doing it on the show. He goes, "You're doing it wrong." And I go, oh, am I,
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, because you do Louis, but sometimes you got to throw it back here." And I'm like, "Oh my, may I use that?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead."
What was the turn?
Because my Louis was all, thing, but he's like, "You got to talk back here sometimes." Like,
So funny.
but you would watch,
Yeah.
like I was doing Bill Clinton on the show, and it was just like, I didn't have a take, but I remember growing up watching Phil Hartman,
Right.
and Phil Hartman had his, and you sort of see him I'm seeing Phil Hartman in my head for the first couple sketches that we did it. I'm literally just pilfering
Just doing it.
the legendary but it's like, I'm a fat guy with a different face doing it, so people don't really go like,
Right.
And the other thing about impressions is you can't copyright an impression.
No.
If someone can do it, they can do it, and if you know how to do it and someone else is doing it, the only thing you can say is kudos. That's
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Dana Carvey is the other one that would just, when he would
Unbelievable.
talk about that thing of like cracking it, just getting that one thing.
Yeah.
Like when he would do Bush and he met Bush, he always tells us, and he like never said the catchphrase that he would always use, not gonna do it.
Yeah.
And he's like never said it. Like they tried to figure, like, no, it never came out.
Yeah.
But now everyone's just following him around for the rest of his days.
Yeah.
Not gonna dad.
not gonna dad. When it got
When it got where
devolved
you don't even need words.
Yeah.
It just
Not gonna-
that.
Yeah.
It really is fun.
This is stupid, but I used to do Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Whatever. We had a few Limp Bizkit sketches.
Yeah.
And
Get the hat on.
and he goes, so I met him at something, and he goes, he goes, "Oh yeah, it's funny." He goes, you said holy macaroni?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I don't say that." I was like, "You did once." He was like, "Holy macaroni," like that. And he's like, I would never say that. I'm like, mm-hmm. And it was, and I'll never forget it. It was, and this is the sort of shit, like, I was watching TV one day, and it was like the MTV, it's the record release party for, what was it? Chocolate Starfish and the hot dog flavored water
Right.
was their new album. And
oh yeah.
And it was like, so it's the premiere, it's like, "Hey, I'm Carson Daly and blah, blah, blah. Let's throw it down to, and they were at the Playboy Mansion. And it was this, whatever, like this fucking dreadful hour-long thing. And I watched it. And it's like, now the man himself, Fred Durst. And he's like, "What up? Like, I'm in the game room." And, and he's like, "Yo, check out this, check out this pinball machine." Like, they're trying to fill this hour of television.
Right.
And one was, "Oh, yo, the Playboy Bunnies are playing pool. Holy macaroni." Back to you, Carson. And it was, "All right, now we're going to check out who's in the pool." And it's, "Hey,
in the grotto.
fucking Christina Aguilera. I'm excited." It's like just the shit you would watch. And he just said holy macaroni because, God bless him, he's like, I don't know. This is great. This is going to be good for the album. And here we are. And I'm also half cut. I'm kind of stoned. And
right.
I want this part to be over so we can are we going to have a party here? That'll be fun. So he's like, fuck, they're playing pool. And
Holy.
The gals were literally like, there's like, they set, now you stand here. And they were playing pool, and he's like, "Yo, we got some pool. They're playing pool here." And they're like, "Yeah, they didn't put any balls on the table." One of the playmates is like, "Yeah, they didn't put any balls on the," and you watch her like, "They didn't put any balls on the table." because he immediately, well, the balls have arrived. Holy macaroni, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is, and that's how I would write on Mad TV, like napkin, and then I go to a run, do this. So I'll say,
Can you make
holy
this into
macaroni.
something?
Make sketch so I can say holy macaroni with a hat. Oh fuck, Will wants to do holy. He just wrote holy macaroni on the back of a receipt.
Yeah.
Fucking handed it to me. I gotta write this sketch.
But you not doing this on social media as your manager, why not? Like, why not just get on there and do Jesse Ventura and do him every single week?
Yeah,
you
you're
don't
right.
have to write it.
No, you're right.
It just comes out of you.
Cheers.
And you just have that thing, and it's like, I would love to watch it. I mean, when Vine came out,
Right.
and everybody was like, what is this Vine thing? Nobody really knew what it was, but everybody knew that you were killing it on it. Everybody loved your stuff. Was so funny.
Oh, cheers.
And it was like, you're built for this.
Well, I did love that. I always said, oh, it's a little sketch show at the end of your arm. Like you could just,
Yeah.
and those ideas that I wanted to fart out,
Yeah.
there was a place for them.
Right. Hey, kids, if you like our podcast and are obsessed with food, I have another podcast for you called The Sporkful. It's hosted by Dan Pashman, who's also the inventor of a new pasta shape called cascatelli. Very cool guy. He was on my radio show once when he was first introducing his pasta, and I got to hang out with him and do The Sporkful. It's a fun podcast about food where you learn about people through talking about food, similar to this, I guess. Check out his 3-part series tracking down an iconic sandwich in Aleppo, Syria, or his story about a new hot dog vendor fighting to protect his turf. Dan also digs into what it takes to make the perfect ice cream sandwich and whether or not carbs are better for you in Europe. He's a fun guy, fun podcast. Check out the episode that we did together in New York when I went on The Sporkful, where we talked about me, mostly. It's probably the best one they've ever done. The Sporkful, it's not for foodies, it's for eaters. Get The Sporkful wherever you get your podcasts. We'd like to thank the good people at IQ Bar for sponsoring today's program. IQ Bar is our exclusive snack, hydration, and coffee sponsor. IQ Bar protein bars, IQ Mix hydration mixes, and IQ Joe mushroom coffees are the delicious, low-sugar brain and body fuel you need to win your day. I love talking about a company that I use and love. I keep IQ bars literally in the house and in my bag when I'm on the road. When I come in here to the studio and I'm in between meals, an IQ bar just hits me just right. The flavors are great. Even my wife, who doesn't like any protein bar flavor kind of things, is now packing them in her bag. The flavors are great, and it just kind of levels me out and gets me through. And I realize, I didn't even have lunch today, and IQ bar is taking care of it. Same thing when I'm in working out or the sauna. You use the IQ mix, put in some water with some ice, mix it up, and you've got better hydration than just water. And it feels like you're actually drinking something good. And now in the new year, isn't it time that I think probably most people's New Year's resolution is be more like Tom, right? I would think. Yeah. So I would think this is the time for you to do it. The Ultimate Sampler Pack is a great way to try all IQ Bar products and flavors. You get 9 IQ bars, 8 IQ Mix sticks, and 4 IQ Joe sticks. All IQ Bar products are clean label certified, entirely free of gluten, dairy, soy, GMOs, and artificial ingredients. Start carrying IQ Bar's plant protein bars in your bag. They're the smarter snack choice with plenty of plant protein. And you can change up your morning routine with IQ Joe, a mushroom coffee designed for mental clarity and packed with 200 milligrams of natural caffeine. Plus, it comes in 4 different flavors that are better than any brewed coffee. If you're going to dial things in, and everybody gets that kind of feeling at this time of year, this is a way to do it where it's not going to be a struggle. You're not going to feel like a loser. You're not going to feel like it's work to be better. This is just going to slide into your life and make you better. And right now, IQ Bar is offering our special podcast listeners 20% off all IQ Bar products, including the Ultimate Sampler Pack plus free shipping. To get your 20% off, text PAPA to 64,000. Text PAPA, P-A-P-A, to 64,000. That's PAPA to 64,000. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for details.
I had a podcast last year. We killed it a year and a half ago called Dudesy with my pal Chad Kulchin, who I mentioned earlier. And the whole conceit was we had it was an AI. It wasn't. It was. I'll tell you now, it was fake. And because AI couldn't do any of the things, it was a sort of a lampooning AI. But then we had problems because people thought it was real AI. And it was, it was like, yeah, that's what we wanted you to think too. So it's our fault.
Yeah.
But it was just like an AI telling us what to do. And the reason I bring this up is I really like this thing. Chad, from his point of view as a creator and a total weirdo of a writer, books, movies, and TV, and just a bizarre satirist, he approached it like, here's all these things I want to do. And it was wonderful for him. Things he would write, but like he would spring on me.
Right.
Like we would do these Jesse Ventura ad reads, and it's like, hostess ding dongs, ding dong coin is now hostess ding dong. If you collect 20 ding dong coin, you're eligible for the ding dong hostess ring ding dong eat-a-thon. And I'm reading it and cracking it up.
Yeah.
And the bit is that Dudesy wrote it. And what I liked it for is that it was like, here's this hack-ass bit that I want to do.
Right.
Because I think it's funny, but I also feel like, what a fucking loser. Like, how do I tee this up? And the AI allowed it to go like, Will and Chad. Like there was a voice, and we're just using these programs like 11 Labs and just whatever, sell the fucking game. I don't care anymore. But it's like, it would be like, news podcasts are one of the biggest internet platforms. Will, you're relentlessly doing a Hulk Hogan impression all the time. Like, dude, this is infomania. He goes, oh, let me tell you something, dude, about like whatever's going on. He's going to build that wall, dude. And so he's talking about, they found 7 severed heads in the airport in Denver, dude. Someone's building a blowjob machine, brother. And, Chad would write those. And so now I'm reading these as if the AI wrote them. And then I'm going to tell you something about the blowjob machine, dude. And I'm laughing because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Chad's just giggling watching me do it.
Yeah.
And it was a
Like
way
a
for
wind-up
me
toy.
to...
He's got his own wind-up toy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun because here's a way to do those bits.
Right.
Without that, like Vine was cool. And I kind of feel like, I'm like right now we're, it's like, oh, you're an actor. I'm 50 years old. And it's like, show up on Instagram going.
Yeah.
And I also, as an actor, it's like, I want to do, there's things that I'm pursuing that there is something in this.
There's grown up. Well, it's the
There's
last
something in
espresso.
this.
It was the last espresso. It's not espresso at all.
There's like,
It's cocaine and truth serum. He's never done a Ventura impression in his life.
yeah.
This is all make believe. Good job, Danielle. Well, you want to get serious? You want to be a serious actor, and you're afraid that if you do Ventura on Instagram, they're going to say, we don't want him?
Sure. Like
damn it.
I've done, whatever. I've always pursued, I've done a bunch of drama stuff. I started kind of.
What'd you do when you were 15?
My first gig was this Canadian show called Neon Rider, which was a very interesting show. It was a 1-hour drama. I did 3 episodes of it, and it was this fellow named Winston Reckert, who's since passed, and he was sort of this Michael Landon type. He had like the nice hair and the, you know, he had the jean jacket, and he was in this like old Bronco, and he would go into the city to like the social workers, and they're like, yeah, this kid's messed up, and here's this street kid and whatever. And the conceit of the show was that he takes him back to the ranch. Hold on, everything's gonna be fine at the ranch, and he kind of makes them do chores, and they go zip lining and talk about their issues, and then they get it at the end.
Right.
And I was Eli the kleptomaniac, and but it was like, yeah, drama.
Right.
And then I did this series there for 5 years that we did called Madison, which was about these kids at a high school, and it was sort of like a Degrassi junior high or whatever, and it was like that, and it was a half-hour single camera drama, and we're in high school, and then it's after high school, and for the last couple seasons, and yeah, drama, and I've always returned to it. I love doing drama.
I get it.
And I kind of, you know, nowadays perception is everything. Of course, it always has been in our business, and it's like I kind of feel weird about. But I'm too fucking precious. Like what? A cast director or producer is going to go like,
I don't know.
What the fuck is he doing? But then it's like, in the same token, those people and the powers that be with regard to, oh, we're interested in Will for this or that, could just as soon go, I like that fucking dumb shit he's doing. Oh yeah, I saw him already on this, or I saw that dramatic turn he did in this movie or that show.
Yeah.
So I'm probably overthinking it.
No,
And then
I mean,
like,
I get what you're saying, though. I mean, there is definitely that, you know, there is that thing of, you know, take a like a Robert De Niro. let's just go big, a classic, you know, drama kind of guy.
Yeah.
And if he's doing funny videos,
right.
it's a different thing.
Yeah, that would be.
But you also, on
very
the other
weird.
side, have a whole career of doing everything.
Cheers.
So
Yeah,
I'm
probably too precious about it.
I'm just
I appreciate you saying it, even though like
just because. Yeah, I mean, you
I
have.
do want to do stuff, and then you're like, ah, fuck, what time is it? I'm going to cook dinner and go for a walk, or you know.
I know, but you're so, as your manager, you're so natural and quick and funny. It would take nothing for you to go take your stupid phone out, your sketch at the end of your arm. I'll be right back, honey. And in one block, in one circle around your neighborhood, and just talking like Ventura, and just like, I'm out here and talking to the birds, and then done, post in the house, it would be nothing. I mean, just purely, let's take the big picture out of it, just purely in that lane of you doing your characters, it would take nothing. And it would be so much better than the shit that hits. Right?
Oh, cheers.
You guys are young. You know what I'm talking about.
I have a friend who's been exclusively doing Bad Bunny impressions, and they're great. And he got like 100,000 followers off of doing that, and gets like flown out to do stuff with Bad Bunny because he does this great Bad Bunny. And it's like you have a very diverse like catalog of impressions and things to draw from, and you're an incredible improviser. I would really like to see you just do like the news of the day or whatever version of it is to you, and be like, this is just Ventura talking about like a bird I saw today. This is
right, exactly.
You know, I'm a fan, so I want to see more of you online. I love your
just
stuff.
To be clear, I'm his manager. You're not.
Right.
Just to be
I'm
clear.
speaking as the audience. I'm saying I'm a commentator come to life. You know?
my agent.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is
that's my take on it. Anyway,
you do have the superpower.
I appreciate you saying that, because now I honestly, I'm like, well, Tom Papa thinks so.
It's the truth.
If I do that, that's all credit to you. I'll bug you. I'll say, hey, thanks. Here's what do you think?
Yeah.
Is this all right? Should I post it? Will, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about this one?
No, don't get in your head. You're a very thoughtful person. I can see the wheels are turning. You can never, the most successful people at this, never look at it and go, no one wants to see that. They never think that.
Cheers.
We think that sometimes, and it slows it all down.
Oh, I would.
You have got to be like, just do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. No, when I watch people whose stuff kills me, I do sort of forgive anything
Yeah.
that isn't, you know, perfect. Impressions are
Yeah.
weird because it's like,
Right.
oh, I can do it better. You know,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
sound, oh no, I got to hit that part. Or
So
whatever.
we've got your faves are Ventura.
Yeah,
you got
I guess
the
currently,
Hulkster,
the Hulkster. God bless his
his soul.
soul.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maybe.
What a weird.
he gave us a lot.
He gave
You
us
know,
a lot.
look, if people stick around for a really long time, it's gonna get weird.
It's
It's gonna
interesting.
get weird. But
Yeah.
you know, how much do they have to give you?
He like when I was 12 years old, that was Superman. Like
Yeah.
he'll kick Superman. Like there's no one above Hulk Hogan.
That's right.
And I've always admired his career as the Hulkster. And then as you know things got weird there, it's funny. I don't even know if I should be saying this because I think it sucks. He could have lived longer, but they reached out and they were like, "You want to do things?" And I was like, "I don't know, not right now."
Yeah. Oh, just to like collab on some stuff.
I had an idea that I tried to get to him. This is like 15 years ago or something to just shoot something.
Yeah.
But I didn't get much from him there. And it was, I just wanted to do like his inner thoughts.
Oh yeah.
So like me dressed like stereotypical Hulk Hogan in the red and yellow.
Yeah.
And then, you know, him like, you know, like just as simple as like, oh, these chocolate chip. The thing I love about Hulk is just the conversational Hulk, brother. Just like everyone does. Oh, let me tell you something, dude. You know, but hold on, dude. That was a different time back then, brother. I had it in my rider that I had a garbage can full of Miller Lite, dude. And Andre could drink from it, but I wouldn't let Iron Sheik. So I would just follow him around.
Yeah.
Like if he's like, oh, I'm 60 years old. Like him, but it's shit
his
he would
inner
never
thoughts.
go for.
Yeah.
Like him buying steroids from his guy who's got like the gym bag.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, dude. That's not a good idea at your age, brother. He's like, but I'm going to train. Yeah, I know, brother. But if you get really strong, your muscles, especially your quads, brother, they could rip your tendons, dude. Your tendons are old, dude. Your muscles are still young. Well, hold up. Oh, that's a good point. Me, you know. Oh, you're welcome, dude. And just like sitting with him, driving somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like, well, let's go to TGI Fridays. Well, hold on, dude. You know, Chili's has nonstop chips, brother. Good idea, dude. Like, and they're like, eh.
Then they were, yeah.
And then they circled around a couple years
Came
ago,
back.
and I was like, oh, I have some ideas.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to want to do them
Yeah.
right now.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
they're like, it's all going to be about him at the fucking RNC. Like, it's the only, I'm sorry, those are the only ideas that are in my brain. There's no room for anything else.
Right.
It's the only thing I want to do. I can't think, and I've known him since I was a
Yeah.
boy, and nothing else is in my
Yeah.
brain. As far as now,
Yeah.
well, we got to do
And
that.
you did this to me, Hulk.
You did it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You're a big wrestling fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we found something on the internet that we have a thing on here called Uncomfortable Moment.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is real or if you want it to be real or not. But let's see. Here we go. Hey, what are you doing to me? There we go. Is this real or is this just a fantasy of yours?
Oh, that would be a fantasy of mine. Who did that? Okay, I see what you guys are doing. Yeah, I would love that. I would love for the incredible Rhea Ripley to goatsy my face in front of 20,000 people. That would be funny if that was like the only thing that like would that I could react to sexually, that I could. Oh, I can only reach climax if someone goatsies my face in front of at least 5,000 people.
I have to say, as much as we made this up on our own, it looks like something you would enjoy.
1,000%. I would like. Look, it's like I've been fortunate enough over the years to do. We do some crossover stuff back
yeah.
at Mad TV with them, and then you're in the ring getting your ass kicked by I've done the Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then
Wow.
we did. So we had this movie a few years ago, the Three Stooges remake, right?
Right.
Or Redux or Re-Up, and so they're like, we're gonna go on WWE Monday Night Raw. I'm a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And at that point, they really enjoyed bringing celebrities on. And it's like, well, I'm a wrestling purist, as I like to say.
Right.
I don't believe it when Hugh Jackman punches Dolph Ziggler in the face. And
Right.
Ziggler's like, you would get your fucking head kicked in.
Yeah.
And anytime I've been in the ring and gotten to step into their world, I've been really like, there's nothing that this person should be able to do in there because you guys are the great,
The real deal.
Like, like I did this thing with Bret Hart.
Very reminiscent of your attitude with going into stand-up as a young man.
Sure, but purist. And so you have to like
Respect.
zero offense. Yeah, it's like you're just wiping the floor with me, and that's. And then so they wanted to do this thing, and I was like, oh, they got too many celebrity guests. Like it's just not. It's really. I was like, they're gonna boo us out of the fucking building. Like the wrestling fans don't want this.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the Three Stooges people to show up and
Yeah.
promote a movie. And I was like, I kind of felt like this could backfire, and people are gonna be like, "Yo, fuck that stupid movie."
Yeah.
And it did, and we got
Oh,
booed.
really?
And I know a guy who works.
They just started booing?
Like we went to Washington D.C. to Raw, and the bit was that the Stooges are backstage. Hey, you guys are here. It's like, hey, man. Oh, hold on, you. And like the fucking Stooges are here. What are you guys doing here? and then it's like, we got to promote our movie. It's, well, we're going to go out and, but I'm going to, okay. That was pretty good. And so we go out there, but it's like, where's that other chucklehead? And Curly comes out, and I'm dressed as Hulk Hogan. And it's like, and I'm telling you, so I said to Sean Hayes and Christy Mentopoulos, my pals who, killed it in these roles of Mo and Larry. I was like, they're gonna fucking tear us apart. You're gonna be walking down that ramp. You're gonna hear shit like fucking just because I'd done it.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm walking down to do a thing like as Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right.
And then he comes out, and I'm doing the impression, and then he comes out, and I get my comeuppance, right?
Right.
This is years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm walking down the ramp, and it's like, well, you fat fuck, don't forget your fucking lines, you piece of shit, fat loser, fuck you. Like, it's not theater, So it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like you're like, your mouth starts getting dry, and you're like, and I'm out there, and now it's like, hey, these are my people. It's like, you look the part, but you don't sound like them. Stick your tongue out. And the guy's like, oh, that hurt, dude. Oh, and I'm like, well, there's only one movie I want to see. Boo! Like, get the fuck out of it. It was insane.
Oh, man.
I know a guy who's working on the show. He goes, I was in that building. He's like, I was 12 years old. I was in that building when I was like, really? He goes, oh, you fucking, they hated you. And it's like, then Kane comes out, who's a 6'10" monster, and the guys back off, and I'm dressed as Hulk, and he kicks my ass. He gives me the choke slam, which is, I'm over 3 bills at this point, and he's notoriously as strong as an ox. Yeah. Grabs me and up in the air and bang.
Whoa.
On the ground. And it's like, then they're like, yay. But to their credit, he's like, and he's got this mask, and he's the devil, and he's this red and black and with the hair and the mask, and he's gigantic. And he's like, he gets in the ring, and the Stooges back off, and it's just me, and I'm like, doing the, like, and then I'm like, he gets thing, and I start hulking up as Hulk would do, and I turn to him and I go like this, which when Hulk would do that, the whole crowd back in the 80s would go, you. Yeah. He's like, you. So backstage, I go, we should, and he goes, yeah, then you do the, thing, and they'll all go you, and Sean and Chris are like, what are you guys even? Yeah. First of all, what language are you speaking? Second of all, he was out there in the afternoon with us doing, and he's wearing a t-shirt and like, okay. And he's a ridiculously impressive looking guy. Then backstage, he comes to talk about it with us, and he's got the mask and he's
The
like,
full thing.
and they're like, who is,
I can't picture Sean there.
Sean, so like down, so game for everything, but there's that side of him, and he's a comedic genius.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just
But
like,
just no.
what am I don't even.
How did this happen?
Sure.
What is happening?
Let's do it. And they're looking at him like, who the fuck is this? And he's like, and he's already a giant, but as Kane, he even wears lifts in his
Oh, God.
So he's 7 feet.
Oh, my
And he's
God.
like, and they're like, and him and I are talking, yeah, and then I'll do the Hulk up, and then he's like, yeah, and then I'll give you the goozle and thing. And I'm like, you want me to push on your shoulder? He's like, no, I'll just get you up. Don't worry about it. And then they're looking at him, and they're like, and he goes, guys, it's me, Glenn. Glenn Jacobs. And he's like, and they're like, oh, hi, Glenn. I didn't, oh yeah, no, it's me, guys. This is Kane. Wow, we didn't know you were going to be, oh, I didn't mention that. Oh, this is a disaster. And then afterwards, the next day we're in the airport, and I'll never forget Chris Diamantopoulos, who's an actor's actor. He goes, how about that Glenn, huh? How about that Kane? What a sweet man. He's like a humble farmer. Hey, I'm Kane. How are the apples? You know, because he is the sweetest guy. And
When you did the
thing, the whole
did
crowd,
the crowd do it?
those people who were fucking, and I loved it secretly. As soon as I got out of there, first of all, I got to do the job.
Yeah.
As soon as I got out of there, I was like, yeah, fucking boo my ass. Like, we are wrestling fans. I'm one of y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck this. Like, boo. And then they have this Pavlovian.
Yeah,
Because they want to be in the stadium while someone's doing some goofy Hulk thing.
Sure.
It goes, so there's people there that never got to see Hulk live.
Yeah.
The whole place.
Really?
And then a choke slam.
Man, oh man. What's it feel like when he does the choke slam? What's that?
It knocked me out for a half a second.
For real?
Yeah, where you kind
He
of
grabs you by your
he
throat.
grabs me by the neck, and he grabbed me by the belt, and he got my big ass up there, completely extended, and slams me to the ground. And I mean, that ring is, it's plywood with a mat on top of it, just like a gym mat that's big. And then they've got under that, I don't know, I don't want to sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I think there's something supporting, of course, the wood and going across like these whatever wire cables or something. So there's more give in the center of the ring. There's less give on the edges, and it can sting.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Yeah, you're still a body being slammed.
yes, and it did that thing where I was like, oh, where am I? Oh, this is
Whoa.
oh, that was holy shit. He got me up. Holy fuck! And then I gotta lay there and be like, like I'm in pain. I'm in pain, but I've also got to pretend I'm in pain more than the pain. And then, like before I went out, this guy, Road Dogg Jesse James, who's an agent backstage, who's, also a fantastic, retired wrestler now.
Yeah.
He's like, man, have a good time. He goes, don't forget, tuck your chin, kick your legs up. And I go, huh? What? He goes, oh, you're taking the goozle, you're taking the choke slam? Yeah. You got to tuck your chin, kick your legs up. I was like, oh, fuck.
I love that. I love that this is just matter of fact, last minute thing. Like
I don't
from a
know what
guy.
the hell I'm doing here.
How about we practice?
Right.
How about-
No, we didn't. And he's like, you gotta tuck your chin. If you
Tuck
fucking
your
go
chin.
like that, you'll break your neck. Like you might land on your head. He's like, tuck your chin, kick your legs up. You kick your legs up, it'll look better. You're getting dropped. It's
Right.
like the force of gravity. Tuck your chin, kick your legs up.
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
thanks. Here we go. Hulk Hogan's
Did you remember?
music hits. Yeah, it was a good choke slam.
Oh man, that must be such a cool thing to have.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Selfishly,
Yeah.
like I was like, I
You're-
told the powers that be, I'm like, I don't know, this is good. And
I mean-
I opened my big mouth and it's like, shut up. It's like the stuff you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, just do it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know if this
Yeah,
is right.
overthinking.
And they're like, the train's leaving the station. You're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yay, I get to be out in front of there getting my ass booed.
Yeah, it's great. And
gonna
I
be-
mean, come on, like
Of
the
course.
guys who are always the ones being booed, all the right? I mean, that's their whole thing is getting those people pissed off
There's a difference, and as a wrestling
because
there's heat, they call it. Getting heat, going out there, being a heat seeker so that you're the bad guy, doing all the things. That's an art form in itself, of course. They are incredible actors when they are getting people that. And of course, back in the day, a guy like Roddy Piper had to worry about getting stabbed on his way out.
Oh my
By the
God.
fans. You know, these guys all had guns pulled on them back in the day.
For real?
Of course. And have been stabbed and all that shit.
Jeez, because
When people thought it was real.
because they just drummed people up so
They
much.
fucking piss people off. And then there's what they call go home heat, which is you really suck, like in a way that
They
we
really don't
appreciate.
like. It's not fun.
You're terrible. You're terrible at what you're doing. We don't like you.
Go home heat.
Get the fuck. So there's this weird difference between
Yeah.
boo, which we all,
We're all in on it.
and now especially since really like the 80s going into the 90s, we know the Undertaker isn't really, you know, a zombified Undertaker, you know,
Yeah.
Old West Undertaker. We know that, you know, because they used to be like, here's Kamala, the Ugandan giant, that
Yeah.
they went to the jungles of Uganda and got, and it's this dude Sugar Bear Harris who's like,
Right.
you know, from wherever in the States, and
But the audience.
the audience is like, so he's like playing this like crazy guy from Uganda
Yeah.
with like face paint and body paint, all this weird shit. And when I was a kid, I was like, they got that guy,
Yeah.
you know, like they got him out of,
Yeah. I
got
wonder,
him
what, I wonder what the ship was like that brought him over.
there you go.
Right? Like,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, this is, they went and got him to be a badass to
Yeah.
take out Jerry Lawler finally. You know, someone's gonna, and you believe it.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, we're now as wrestling fans playing along because it's just like a movie.
Yeah.
When people say it's fake, it's like, so is every movie. This is just another, this is theater.
Right,
Where
right.
we're gonna yell and scream at you. And it's like we're all in on it and buying it, and it's a lot of fun to go to
Yeah.
wrestling shows and cheer the good guys and boo the bad guys.
Yeah.
Even though
Do you still go?
I like the bad guys. Yeah.
Yeah?
I still go. And
man,
and
I did a thing in New Orleans. I was working on some food show, and we were there just shooting like baked content for Food Network, and the wrestling. I don't know what's the league.
there's WWE and there's AEW right now.
I think it was
There's TNA.
WWE is the big one, right?
That's the big one.
And they were there shattering a record at the Superdome
Okay.
in New Orleans for the most sellouts of anything ever.
Right.
It was like 4 nights in a row.
Right.
Bigger than the Super Bowl, bigger than everything.
Yeah.
Just being that close and seeing the fans and night after night, it was like, this thing is so much bigger
Yeah.
than I even imagined. Like it's kind of like the video game thing. Like if you're not into video games,
Yeah.
but you're like, they make billions of dollars and there's billions of people playing. There's got to be something to this that I'm not.
It's
hip
amazing.
to.
It's amazing. And it's like, yeah, it's its own secret society. And
Right.
you got your thing in town.
Right.
And you're like, who are all these fucking guys in like ratty vintage T-shirts? Mr. Perfect. I bought this in 1992, and it's fucking sweatpants, and you know that guy's not really. He doesn't smell very good. Like you just be at the Starbucks, and you're like, who the fuck are these people?
Why are they here?
What do you get out of here? Oh, there's a wrestling show. Oh,
Yeah.
And I love my wrestling fans.
Yeah.
And I can ass up a pair of fucking sweatpants too. It's not. You know, my butt smells.
Yeah, you're not coming in a blazer.
You're one of them. You go
Right.
there, I'll wear whatever my vintage T-shirt is.
Yeah.
And my good pal, one of my dear friends, Tommy Blacha, who's an incredible writer.
Yeah.
And he wrote on Conan O'Brien all the, you know, for the first years of the show.
Yeah.
And then decided to leave like 5 years in or something. And he goes, yeah, I'm going to leave. And before he did, Vince McMahon was a guest on the show. So they're talking because Tommy's a big wrestling nerd. And Tommy will say, I'm not saying anything out of turn. Tommy's like, oh yeah, in the 70s, my older brother used to sell drugs to the wrestlers in Detroit. So he kind of learned about it and what the behind the scenes thing is. and then he became a huge fan.
Yeah.
So he's talking to Vince, and Vince is like, "Oh, we're always looking for writers," And he ended up working at the WWE in 1999, 2000 as the writer during what they call the Attitude Era. The day he showed up, Vince Russo, who was kind of a showrunner, booking the show with Vince, and Pat Patterson and these guys who used to do it, just the yellow legal pad, as they say, like writing on and Vince left for WCW, the competition, and Tommy's just there on a Monday.
No.
And Vince is like, "Come in here, let's write the show." And he stuck around during that time. And, Tommy, like, he fucking, like, I forgot exactly what I was saying about him.
Did he get to just be like the head of it?
Yeah, he was like, he always hates the term writer, but he was a writer.
Right.
So he would come up with all sorts of shit. And
Why would he not like the term writer? Because it's supposed to be just kind of a rough outline.
Because but he doesn't feel like it's right to say, I wrote that.
Right.
When back when he was doing it, the wrestlers would take what he was saying, do this, do that, and kind of, embellish and blow it up.
You're not giving them a script.
Right.
Right.
And now I'm sorry, I can't remember why I.
That's all right. You were choked out and thrown on
Yeah, I'm still feeling it.
So what's the era now? You were talking about like the Attitude Era and
it's the Attitude Era, and now it's.
So what's now?
Now it's the make as much fucking money as they can era, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch it sometimes now because it's like I'm an old head, and it's like the now their stuff is very scripted,
right?
And it's weird. It's like,
really?
I used to love watching these guys go and do like Randy Savage, and I'm not trying to tee up the impression, but here we go. He was like,
he's the best.
They would just talk about how he would just off the top of his head.
Yeah.
This, and when he couldn't think of what to say, we go thinking. Right? And just a 3-minute, and Mean Gene.
Yeah.
And they're buddies, and Macho Man's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And Mean Gene's goading him on, going like, it's like, 360, or whatever. He's like spinning around doing his, and he's like going around. He goes, he's like, around and around. It goes around. It's like, round and round. Nobody knows we're 360. And he goes, and he's just walking like, whatever. You got to shoot promos for, this territory, that territory. Okay, the Midwest and the East, and just whatever. Here's another one. Tito Santana. This Saturday, round and round. And he's doing this round and round, 360, and then he keeps going. And Gene Okerlund goes, and another 180. And you see Macho Man like kind of like, fuck. But they're already 30 seconds into it. He wants to go eat lunch. Like, another 180. Space is the place. Out in the quasar. What? That's what I loved. So and nowadays, when it's kind of more written,
right,
and you can kind of predict what's going to happen before it even.
Is it because the personalities aren't around anymore? Like you just don't have that unique guys anymore.
It's run like a sports league.
Right.
There's these people that
there's more at stake. There's
television deals, and it's not run by these these wild promoters who are like, look, wrestling was on TV in the 40s because it was easy to shoot.
Yeah.
And it was like, so these promoters are like, I got all these guys and we're crazy and we'll do what we say. And nowadays it's like, no, those guys are all such professionals. If you ever have a wrestler show up on something, they know television, they know production, right? They learn their shit really fast. They sell out with their performances. They're great professionals. And not to talk shit, but it's like, for me, the ones that really make me, the ones that, and some of them are older, but like the guys that, he's just spitting. Yeah. That's more fun for me to watch. And they're there. Yeah. Like there's a guy, if anybody was one, Paul Heyman, who's a manager. He's an incredible creator. He created ECW, and he's kind of this pivotal, legendary figure. in wrestling and always has been behind the scenes with this character.
Yeah.
As, you know, not a wrestler, a manager. He can go. I'm always like, where's Paul Heyman's Emmy? You know, Bobby the Brain
He's that
Heenan to
good.
me
Yeah.
was like, he's funnier than anybody
Yeah.
on television or movies.
Wow.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's like CM Punk goes in there, if he cuts a promo, it's good. He's not listening to too many
Yeah.
writers tell him what to say.
Right. Right.
And it's like, well, he's a good actor.
I didn't realize that Macho was almost a professional baseball player.
That's right.
He
Yeah.
was like so close to being.
Yeah.
And then like
I think the Cincinnati Reds drafted him.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
and he just like missed it, and they kind of turned on him and took his jersey or whatever, and he was like, I was going to be the best in the world at baseball.
Yeah.
And then he said he just had to pivot, and for however wrestling presented itself, he just literally was like, well, I will be the best in the world at this.
Well, yeah, and he's a very competitive person from what I understand.
Yeah.
His father was a wrestler, Angelo Poffo, and his brother is a wrestler, Leaping Lanny Poffo. And so it was like the family business.
Right,
It's
right.
like the Rock was playing football in the CFL in Canada.
Yeah.
And then he got cut. And like he was a mainstay at the University of Miami.
Right.
Then I know too much about this. Warren Sapp came and took his spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then he's in Canada and he's like, you know, but the family business.
Yeah.
His father is the soul man, Rocky Johnson. His grandfather, who's Rocky Johnson's wife's father's, the high chief, Peter Maivia. And it's like, I'm going to go into the family business.
It's so crazy.
And he was so charismatic and incredible and a great wrestler.
Amazing.
And it's in his blood.
So great.
It's weird. There's so many second and third generation
yeah.
wrestlers, just like there are actors, musicians.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Tell me about your new show that you're working on now.
It's called Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. And it's an
great
interesting spin-off from, so the Big Bang Theory on CBS begat Young Sheldon on CBS, where they go back in time to I guess the show started when it's the 1980s.
Yeah.
And Sheldon Cooper, it's like his family, and they're in Texas, and he's this odd boy who's like grown up, and he's very much that character from Jim Parsons' character from Big Bang Theory. And now on the show, the eldest boy, Sheldon's older brother, during the run of Young Sheldon, he's sort of become such an interesting character,
Right.
Montana Jordan's character. And he meets Mandy, who is Emily Osment's character. They end up together dating, and they're kind of doing this in the 5th season of Sheldon. And then he knocks her up, and then he's got to meet her parents, and that's me and Rachel Bay Jones.
Nice.
And then he moves in. Georgie moves in with him because they got no place to stay, and he's working at my character Jim's tire shop.
Nice.
And so they've spun that off into its own sitcom, which is interesting because, you know, Young Sheldon, you know, Big Bang was a multi-camera sitcom. Young Sheldon was a single camera, and now Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is again a multi-camera.
Oh, nice.
So we're doing it's sort of the classic American sitcom, and it takes place 30 years ago. So right
that's
now we're
great.
in 1996.
Is this Chuck Lorre's? All
yes,
this?
it's
Wow.
Chuck, and to work with Chuck
God.
every day is, you know, he's a TV legend,
Insane.
and it's just him and Steve Holland and Steve Milaro, who run the show with Chuck and are incredible writers and writer producers. They've got such a, it's like I said, like I guys show up and cast jokes.
Yeah, that's great.
And he's got such a sense.
Yeah. They
Of like-
know it's going to work.
And he'll be like, you know, you'll do something one way in a run through. And he's like, dude, you know, like turn your head like that. Or like, go, like, he doesn't bother you as an actor.
Yeah, yeah.
Like as an actor,
tell me.
I like, you know, I feel like I know what I'm doing with Jim. You know, it's not that. It's just like, do this.
Yeah.
Like I did an episode of fucking 2.5 Men, and he gave me one direction in between takes because it was like I had to turn and look at Charlie Sheen. It just said in the script, like the action was like he turns to Charlie, and because something goofy's happening over
Right.
here, and he's just like got to turn. And I remember I did this. I was like, that, I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
Because Chuck's like, no, just turn. And so then the next take I just went, and the audience like popped.
Wow.
And it's like these things.
Those small things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just such he's an artist.
Ah, man. It's amazing when people really know their shit like that. I remember
It's great to be on a show like that. Sorry, you were saying.
Jerry Seinfeld, when I first started working with him, he like changed a word in a joke of mine
Yeah.
from like they to them or something. And it was like, that's not, I'll do it because he's going to be watching, but
Sure.
that's not going to mean anything. The laugh just it just doubled. You're like, son of a bitch, he doesn't know what he's doing.
You know, that stuff is so fascinating because
Yeah.
it is like, you know, there's like multi-camera sitcoms are kind of like playing a song.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
Right.
it's not digging through a scene like you would in a single camera comedy situation or
Right.
in a film or on stage, or it's different than a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of times you like, I'm always mindful of doing shit like, I don't want to like hit a joke like, do. I don't want to do that. Because it's like, oh, I don't want you to laugh because of this Pavlovian response to
Right.
this is what you see in sitcoms when, but all those things that are notes that you play are there. And
Rhythm.
and you've got to do them sometimes. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying like little hacks and tricks.
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
there's a rhythm to the way these things go.
That's right. You're
And you fire jokes under the laughs or beat the laugh. And here's the laugh. This joke's going to get a laugh. We all know that.
It's live.
That's the thing. But it's like speed these ones in. Like
Yeah.
no, follow that line.
Yeah.
Whereas if I was doing something different, I might let that line sit and
Yeah.
react to it and go with my next, because you're in this this reality. But multi-cam,
thing.
you're a band and you're playing a song.
Yeah.
it's
That's a
weird.
good way to describe it.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's great.
But it's fun. Yeah, Thursday nights.
Thursday nights.
Yeah, Thursday night CBS.
Good for
8
you,
p.m.
man.
Cheers.
It's always been a small target to get on television in a sitcom, and that target's gotten even smaller. And that you're in it is, God bless.
we all love coming to work.
Yeah.
I look.
Yeah,
In
it's
2026, you're doing a fucking multi-camera sitcom.
Thank
If
God.
anyone was a dick on that set, like it's truly like.
Yeah.
First of all, you can't now. They're like, I kind of feel like the last 20 years, and especially with the cameras, it's like,
Yeah.
go right the fuck ahead and ruin your life. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be super entertaining. We'll all watch you go down. But it's like, also, we've got a happy set.
Yeah.
And no one can be
Yeah.
unhappy on that set. We all have reason to be very happy.
Yeah.
So it is a wonderful thing to know,
Yeah.
like when you're going to work, like, I'm going to work and everyone's going to be happy.
Yeah.
And there's free food.
That's great. I baked that bread for you. You get to
Did
take
you
it.
really?
Yeah, this morning.
I didn't know I know you give the bread away on your show.
Yeah.
But you really,
7:00 this morning in my
Aw.
robe. Went upstairs, cranked the Dutch oven.
see, I almost brought a shopping bag up here because I was
got a
hoping
bag
to
for
get
you.
the bread.
I got a bag for
You're
you.
a
Wait,
mensch.
you bring your own bag. What do
Yeah,
you think?
I'm not gonna-
Come on.
I was just grocery shopping. I was like, now I'm going to do Papa's podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring a nice bag so that I
No.
can bring it home and
we've
go, look,
we've got it all for you.
thank you so much.
This was fantastic.
Thanks so
Thank
much
you
for having
being
me. What a
here.
gas.
Yeah.
It was really great.
Really great.
to speak with you. And it's nice to get your input on things. I hope that people like, because really selfishly, it was very nice to speak with you. I've always been a fan, and it's cool to hear your thoughts on stuff.
Yeah, very cool.
appreciate
and I
it.
can't wait for your social media explosion.
Yep. It's going to be great. Just me walking around the neighborhood talking about birds as Jesse.
Exactly. It's a no-brainer.
What we're missing.
All right, we got it, kids.